For watching, welcome back to the channel. Chris with Equalize Sound and Auto Repair, back with another video for you guys today. Today I'm working on a 2014 Chevy Impala LTZ. We're getting ready to change the front brake pads, so let's get off into the job. Let me show you what you're gonna need. We in here, all you're gonna need is a 14mm ratchet. You're gonna need a screwdriver to ratchet wrench. You can use either or, but a screwdriver to compress your caliper back to get it off. And yeah, let's get it in. All right, so we back in here. I recommend you go with a 6-point socket and then go up to a 12, but a 6-point, sometimes these bolts and everything get rusty and brittle. But first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna remove your caliper hose right here off of this bracket. Just gonna wiggle it up like this and tuck it out the way. All right, so you got two 14mm top and bottom, and I usually go in and come back out how they came in. And that's what I do. Put this magnet mat up here. Let's get it in. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Always verify your wrench. And let's get it. Now one to break free. And sometimes they don't break free like this. Just to let you know. And if they don't, then I recommend you put them back in, top, bottom, how they came out. And let me get my buddy over here. He helps the job go faster. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Mr. Milwaukee? I'm doing great. No, I'm just clowning. But let's get it in. All right, so after you get these guys off, that's one. Got him. Let's do them right here. So that's two out the way. Top, bottom, usually go. And let's take our screwdriver, compress them over just enough, and we should be able to pop this on out now. If you have one, use a bungee or a brake caliper hanger. I have one of these. You can find these on Amazon as well. They usually run, I think, $8 for a 4-pack. That was at the time. Can't verify it now, but I usually just hang it out the way on the shock like that. And we are here. We just made it. All right. Yes, just made it. They don't have to get no new rotors. So that's awesome. We'll check for new clips and we'll replace those as well. And we got our new pads here. Check your guide pins. Make sure they're nice and lubed. This one's kind of stiff, so I'm going to take something to back that out. I just want to verify that my pads and clips are the same. So let's do that. Grab one of your old pads and let's match them up. Your screamer, it goes on the inside, and just made them like this. Make sure they're the same, and they are. Let's go. Sit these to the side, and let's match up our brake clips. And I usually go gold or the elites because your life depends on them, and you don't want all that extra brake dust from the cheap brakes. So yeah, and they last longer. All right, I got one of the clips out. Match those guys up, and they look the same. It's great. Take your old wire brush, come inside, clean them up real good, because sometimes they won't sit correctly. And let's put them back in. Got one here, and they look good. And let's make sure they're all the way down. Check our rotor. No scraping, great. Top them come out. We already know they're the same, but I always match them up anyway, because they might be off a little bit. We'll see they're both the same. Throw him out the way because we don't need him no more. And grab my brush, do the same. Gravity usually keeps everything down here as far as brake dust and stuff. So we'll clean that up real quick. Flip this guy up, snap her in. And I usually take my screwdriver here just to make sure it fits in there well. All right, so now I got to get a 2-pound sludge so I can get this guy out because it's a little froze, and we're going to re-lubricate that guy. Got everything today close. So I usually take a screwdriver like this, back up my thing a little bit, and just tap on it. And it should slide out. Don't worry about the brake clip doing that. We'll reposition it. And there we go. So we got this guy out. Sometimes the brake grease will cake up like so. And we don't want that. So let's go back in. And I might need to get some brake parts cleaner to get all this guy clean. But it looks like it's coming off pretty easy. And I can feel a little bit of the road grime and stuff on it. and you want to get off as much as you can. And if you got brake wash cleaner, use that. But we got it pretty clean. So when we put this back in, we're going to lubricate this guy. So let me get my brake lube, be right back. All right, so we're going to lubricate this guy a little bit. You want a generous amount on your guide pins. You want them to slide well. So we got the top, and he's in there. You want them both to move very freely like this, because when you press the brakes, they're going to slide back and forth. And let's go in with the new brake clip that fell. He bounced on me, and hopefully he didn't bounce too far. Oh, let me just use one of his brothers. Should be the same, and I'll find him in a minute. That way I don't extend this video out longer than it needs to be. Alright, make sure he's in good. This guy back here is using my headache spot, and it looks like it needs to be bent up a little bit, because it was sitting in there, but it didn't snap like I wanted it to. And let's take the screwdriver, make sure it's setting in correctly. There it is, it fell right in front of me. Ain't that something? He is mating with this guy. All right, so for me, usually I have issues putting in the inside pads, just because you can't see and the car's not in the air here. But let's see how it goes. Take your little brake grease. Some people use it, some people don't. I don't mind using a little bit, it's not gonna hurt. But your brakes get up to over 1,000 degrees, stop and go, stop and go. So this helps them slide a little better. And you don't want to make it sloppy, because road grime and all that stuff is going to get on here. So don't make it sloppy. Use brake grease, not Vaseline. Some people cheat. And after you get your lubricated like that, take our screamer side and go on the inside here. Hopefully we'll have a slide in. Yay, no problems, no headaches today. Yay, I love it. Everything goes smooth. But yeah, usually the inside is a headache for me sometimes. So outside, same thing. In, back. All right, so now that you got those back, those are ready to be lubricated. But before we do so, let's compress back our brake caliper. Let's move it on out the way. And flip her upside down like so. You got two different style. Well, you got a couple of different style brake pad spreaders, but I'm gonna use a special one today. If not, it's a flat top, so you can use a C-clamp. So if you needed to, you can use a C-clamp, but you might have to buy you one of these guys. They're like 20, 25 bucks on Amazon. Well, take that back, that's not the brake kit. This is. So this brake kit right here, I had to write on there, I got too many of these boxes. But get one of these, about $25 on Amazon. So, or you can use a C-clamp if the caliper is flat like so. Actually, let's just use a C-clamp to help people see. All right, so usually you'll take a pad like this, okay? Make sure you got enough space first off. And let's back this down a little bit. All right, so this is if you don't have these tools. So let me push this button, slide her up. All right, so now that we have it set, I'm gonna rock it this way, and we should just start twisting. It should go back nice and freely. If it starts binding or sticking at all, it means you might have a collapsed hose, or it's trying to collapse, or your caliper could be getting ready to fill. But these are going back nice and smooth, so we know there's no issues with our caliper. And you want it flush. Some calipers don't go flush, and you want to keep going until it stops, okay? You'll try to cheat and try to get it on there. Don't cheat, just go all the way back to it. All right, so let's hit this guy here. And let's put some brake grease. Very nice amount. Not a whole lot, just a thin layer. So you just want a little bit like that, and you want to spread it on your pads. You don't want to cake it up, because dirt and everything gets under here. So just a nice amount like so. And you're just going to glaze the outer side. Kind of like you're doing a turkey pan. So you don't want to make it look like icing or anything. So yep, just a little bit on the outside like so. And that guy is ready to go. So we're going to clean our hands off a little bit so we don't get any grease on our pads. Back up our caliper, well, our C-clamp. And pull the pad out the way. And let's flip her back. All right, so like so. Make sure you adjust your guide pins. And make sure your clips are set, because sometimes they'll move on you a little bit. Let's go back in top, bottom, how they came out. Give it a wiggle or two, and we'll proceed to the bottom. And that's pretty much it. So let me tighten these down, and we are done with the front. Right tight, lefty loosey. Make sure your wrench was good. Oh, I locked it. There we go. And let's get these back. Don't tighten one before you do the other one all the way, because sometimes you will offset the caliper, and you just want it hand tight. And like this right here, we got one spinning down here. This guy right here is spinning on us a little bit, so I'm gonna take my screwdriver just so I can sit it in there to tighten it a little better. You might not be able to see it from there, but let's see. Can we get a little good shot? There we go. So this guy right here, he's spinning right here. So I'm gonna hold this just to hold that in place, or you can use a wrench. And that's it. Same thing with the top. Hopefully this one doesn't spin. Yep, it's spinning on this too right here. So do the same thing for the top. And if it don't, we might have to get the wrench. Let's see if we can get it to stop. Nope, so let's get a wrench. This guy might be too big, hopefully not, just because it's close. And we just need it to hold itself still, like that. And take this guy right here, get him on there first. There we go. Just want it tight enough. There we go. So both of them are tight. This is how you change the front brake pads on a 2014 Chevy Impala LTZ. It should apply for the other base model as well. So please like and subscribe to the channel, Chris with Equalize Sound and Auto Repair. And yeah, definitely hit that thumbs up. And I'll see you on the next video. And I'm out.